okay, Scorpio, I couldn't decide which deck to use, so I was just casually shuffling this deck, and one card went hoo, 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 like that carrier bag, you know, in that film with the rose, American Beauty, and it wafted down onto the floor, and what do you know, it was the Tower. So I thought, okay, that's it. That is like the overall energy of your reading. I know. Here we have it, August. Your tarot reading for August 2025 is on, like Tron, with the Tower. I'm going to take a couple more cards to go with it, but I'm already feeling an electricity around this and an excitement, actually. With the Tower, it can be like portentous, and you're feeling that kind of, what fresh hell is this type feeling, but I'm not quite getting that. I'm getting, well, you are Scorpios, so the things that some people may run from, you run towards. And that's what I'm getting. You're like, pretty light show in the sky, let me get near it. Okay, tell us more. What do we need to know? Lovely Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I knew you were going to get another major. Hierophant. Higher learning, what you know, how you know it, and knowing it in a Scorpio way. I drink and I know things. That's kind of, I don't know, because I'm not a Scorpio, even though my t-shirt says, pretend I'm a Scorpio. I know, go on, just pretend. That way that you know things, when it becomes, it's like there's a deep storm somewhere within your body and soul, and you're responding to the electricity of an aha moment. You know things. The Hierophant can also be other people helping you know things. So it could be through tarot, it could be through a person, it could be through a therapist or a priest or an elder or a guru or a wise friend. So be on the lookout, I would say, because I'm getting a whole kind of transmitter. I'm getting a 1950s, you know, when they would show kind of doot, 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 and then they'd have a sort of thing that looked like a big metal transmitter, and then boop, 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 there'd be like those sounds things coming out of it. I know, welcome to the Pisces brain, Scorpio. You're welcome. So you've got incoming, you also you're drawn towards it. It's quite dramatic. It feels like new moon energy to me. So have a look at the next new moon. Just so happens I have the page open. Of course I do. I'm dealing with you. We've got 24th. New moon in Leo. 24th of... No, that's July. Oh, Gemma. Hang on. Hang on. As we flick through Lamas that I can never pronounce. Okay, new moon. I think it's in Virgo. That would make sense. 23rd of August. By that time, Mercury is no longer retrograde. We're in Virgo season. It says it's a black moon. Go and look that up. That sounds good. I mean, all new moons are like a dark moon, aren't they? But that's a black moon, so it sounds like there's something coming out of the shadows. Then, remember to rest. Scorpio, you're very, from my experience, Scorpios are have quite a lot of stamina. And they can do a lot of things. And they can put up a lot with a lot of things. And they can withstand a lot of things until they can't. And then walls come tumbling down, you know, and we don't really want to get to that point. It feels as if you're being tried and tested. Some of your relationships may be a bit strained. Sorry, I'm having coffee. I need it. Mercury's retrograde. I've spent all morning wrestling with 2 printers. As the young ones would say, I can't even. Oh my God. Liking this. Yeah, okay. I'm getting a channel message. 2 sides of a coin. So I'm seeing a coin not being flipped in a heads or tails, but it's on its side and it's just showing me 2 sides of a coin. And I pull these 2 cards. 2 knights, the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Weird that the Knight of Pentacles has red hair. Many Scorpios dye their hair red, by the way, or use some form of red or purple hair dye, or black. Knight of Wands is zippity-doo-dah, let's do this. It can be passion, excitement, I'm on, let's go. For you, I'm sensing for some of you, there may be, don't know why I'm doing that, by the way, not my cats do, some sort of relationship vibe thing, but I don't know what to call it. I will be doing your love reading at the bottom. So I've got your cards for the general reading at the top. I do your love reading at the bottom. I do an extended love reading for those that the love reading is not enough. Okay. That will be the first link in the description box. Meanwhile, 1 pushing forward with no worries in the world, and 1 being really careful and meticulous and much more cautious. 2 sides of the same coin. So you're going to have days in August, and Mercury's retrograde, so this always happens. 2 horses, 1 ass, you know. You're going to have days when you're feeling absolutely devil may care, and you may be dealing with someone else who is direct and passionate and come on and let's go. And then there are waves of, but what if this and what if that? And I like that for you. I like the combination. The Tower is sending out thoughts, dreams. You may have weird messages, even weirder than usual. Get signs. You may meet people who are actually messengers in your life, but they could be really ordinary, like the postman. You get talking or something about your parcel and they just tell you something really interesting and that you needed to know, really random. Or you get strange coincidences that aren't coincidences, or you just get things popping up for you, people popping up for you. Don't rule anything out. I think my advice for August is to be very open-minded about anything or anyone that comes your way. You don't really, I think, as a Scorpio, have to worry too much about boundaries, because Scorpios in general have very good boundaries, unless you're really in love. That can be tricky sometimes, I think. Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you Scorpios in the comments, because you tell me loads of things. Pisces and Scorpios, we get on. And I'm telling you, like, we get on. And I like to know the workings of Scorpios, very different from us Pisceans. And I've noticed, like, in my best Scorpio friend, female friend, 'cause my brother's a Scorpio too, she is so well boundaried until she's in love, and then she's not. Like, she's not boundaried at all sometimes. And I know that Scorpios love very deeply. So let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, this bad boy just fell on the table. With the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, we get the Lovers. The Lovers. When you get the Lovers, of course, the star sign for the Lovers is Gemini. It doesn't necessarily mean you're dealing with a Gemini. it means that Gemini is the twins, this dualistic thing. This could go this way, could go that way. But I'm getting for you, and this happens with the Lovers, not that you could go this way or you could choose that way, but that you're choosing both. You're going to be able to ride this sort of midline where you can juggle both and have both and keep both going. It's not easy and it can be a bit stressful. Eventually, because you've got the Lovers, and the Lovers is a major arcana card, and it's also, it's one of the kind of greatest hits, isn't it? You know, if you think of the Tower, you think of the Lovers, you think of the Hanged Man, the Death card. I'm trying to think if there's another one. That might be it. Maybe Wheel of Fortune, say. Those are like the greatest hits. If you see a film, it's going to have those cards in it. The Lovers, there will be a choice. You will be making a choice. Whatever this is about for you, whether this is love, whether this is work, whether this is business, whether this is spiritual, your life, you are riding two horses with one arse. You're doing it really well. One is the Knight of Wands, one is the Knight of Pentacles, one is off the hook, one is really sensible. You're doing both of these things at once. It's a bit precarious, but you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Tower, so you have the kind of information coming at you in the weirdest sort of breakthrough ways. But at some point with the Lovers, two becomes one and it goes off in one direction. But that isn't yet, and I get the feeling it's not until eclipse season, which is mid-September-ish. Which isn't that far up, that's not very long, is it? Okay, let's look at your love cards. Love. Chicka. I'm going to get this Dark and Brooding Scarlet Rose Tarot out for you for your love cards. Tell me about Scorpio and love, please. August 2025. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's telling you to rest. Oof. Woof. Oh my God, Scorpio. You lot. Chicka indeed. Okay. We get the Four of Swords, which is cool because we had the Four of Swords here before. Take a rest. Something in your love life, I was going to say something in your love life might be wearing you out. Here's hoping, Scorpio. Here's hoping. Mentally, maybe. I mean, we hope it's physical. Be mindful. Is that the 10? Hang on. Hang on. It's the 10. Ignore what I just said. That's different. That's so peaceful for a 10 of Swords, and I'm glad I noticed and put on my really unattractive Amazon readers. Okay. Considering the other two cards that came up with it, you can still have plenty of rest if you want to, but actually, wow. Okay, 10 of Swords. It does look a bit like the 4 though, doesn't it? When you haven't got your cheap readers on. And I'll show you what it comes up with first. Why don't I show you down here? I'm going to show you the cards. Hopefully they're lined up. Not exactly, but not bad. Okay, we're adding to these itchy nose down here. Ace of Wands, which is, as we know, the ultimate in chicka, isn't it? It's like, woohoo! Afternoon delights, isn't it? The Ace of Wands. Big time. Here we have it rather tastefully drawn, but it can be like a great big wand. God, I'm totally Benny Hill in this reading. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happened to me. And I apologise in advance for myself. So, Ten of Swords suggests that you're kind of done with something. And the Ace of Wands kind of suggests that you want to get on something, you know. It's like Ace of Wands, Kundalini energy. So there's passion knocking around, and there's beginnings knocking around, and there's this sense of potential. Then we get the Devil. Ooh, wrong one. Then we get the Devil. Yeah. You're being pushed towards a limit. And this also may be to do with that Tower card. You're being pushed towards a limit. You're being tested. It's maybe not completely unpleasant, but you're being tested. There is an uprush here of chemistry, of vibes, of feeling, of passion. This could be meeting somebody completely new. This could be within an existing relationship, only you know what your situation is. And then the Devil is there with this kind of watchful toxicity. Whew. I just sense something really powerful, something really strong here. Oh yes, yes I do. The Ten of Cups. Now, as a reader, and if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know, I sometimes get tens together. So we've got the Ten of Swords, we've got the Ten of Cups. I don't normally get these two together. The Ten of Cups is Mars in Pisces. It's a kind of happy ever after. I'm just going to grab what I call the smelly book, just a minute. Every now and again I've got to grab the smelly book, and I'm doing it for you. Look at this book. This is my tatty, and it's this book if anybody wants to go find it on eBay or whatever. I want to look at what the Ten of Swords is. This is Mars in Pisces. So imagine that all the force of Mars hits the rainbow and you get what look like love skittles, okay? The Ten of Swords, gosh, it's so interesting, is Sun in Gemini. Mental despair, helplessness. Being mentally gifted in synthesizing polarities because of the Sun in Gemini, like we had in the Lovers, okay? This is realizing how to ride the two horses with one arse. Mentally gifted in synthesizing polarities, oppositions, and paradoxes. Fear of things being ruined. Fear of a relationship falling apart. You may look back for 10 years to see if there was a similar situation concerning money or love, or if they got mixed up together. There's a desire to release this fear of ruin and to turn the situation into the direction of more positive abundance. I'm still surprised that's Sun in Gemini, but I kind of get it. You may have Gemini in your chart. Let me know in the comments. Now, this is a clean slate once you're through the other side of it. It's not all glitter and unicorns straight away. It's a clean slate when you get there. But as it said, this could be the last 10 months. This could be the last 10 years. There's a renewal here of passion and energy. Nice. You get the World. So you're closing out an old cycle with the Ten of Swords. This could be the end of a row, the end of a relationship, the end of thinking about somebody, the end of whatever it is that you're in that feels too painful to stay the same. And then a renewal of love energy, a renewal of hope, of optimism, of attraction, of passion. And then the devil, though, is still hanging around in the background and sort of whinging and whining at you. What about me? Don't forget me, don't forget me, don't forget me. This could be a person or a pattern. But it's like, don't forget me. It won't give up easily. Let me know in the comments about that, because it feels really strong. And then it's like the universe is showing you the potential, what's on offer to you, why you need to shut the door on that, and why you need to close out this cycle and you're starting a new one. That's why it's got eclipse written all over it. Oh, I love that. And the Ace of Swords. Clear, clear, clear. Clear aha moments. Clear as a bell. Clarity is coming your way. I got a channel message. It comes at a price, but the price is giving yourself up. Well, not losing your identity, giving yourself up, but giving up the old self that gave a crap about something that was toxic or not worth it or just difficult for you to synthesize. What I'm getting now is a channeled message about you trying to diffuse something, and you've got these wires in your hand and you're putting different wires together. You're making connections. We've got the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody who is very meticulous, maybe intelligent, but also very difficult to know. Someone who's difficult with when it's trying to express their emotions and feelings. Oh, and you are there. You're the Empress. The Empress and the King of Swords. And I'm looking at the... Oof! I wanted to look at the bottom and I got the Ace of Pentacles. You've got 3 aces and then maybe an ace in the extended reading. Who knows? Okay. Let's put you there. King of Swords and the Empress. Such very different people. Such very different characters. Something, oof, have to take that one. Okay. Bloomin' heck. Bloom indeed. Right, this is complicated. You're complicated, Scorpio. You're like, I know. Suck it up, Pisces. And we do. Right. Okay. 6 of Wands. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, or vegan alternative. Finding a way through. You will do, and there will be success. But it's not easy. But success generally isn't. King of Swords, the one who finds it difficult to share their feelings. The unknowable person. The known unknown, I don't get really difficult vibes about this, but there's just that difficulty in really knowing somebody like this. There's a deep wisdom in the Empress. She doesn't say everything that comes into her head and heart, and I think you would do well to follow that advice, but you don't really need to say that to a Scorpio, because you're not a bunch of blabbers, you know? You don't blab. It never happens. Not well. No, I've never seen it happen. Let me know in the comments if you've blabbed and how it happened. Then the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, but we also have the Ace of Wands. It becomes too painful to stay the same. Things reach a point where you will not tolerate it. I don't know if it's tolerating behavior, but it's like you will not do it anymore. You're looking to the aces, you're not looking to the tens. But the tens are taking you down and the aces are raising you right back up again, with the wisdom of that Ace of Swords, with the patience of the Ace of Pentacles, and with the of the Ace of Wands. You're going to be back on top, as they say. Oh, Scorpio, I am Benny Hill. Right, I'm going to go and do the extended love reading. And I can't wait. And I'm just going to use these love cards, and then I'm going to use a load more. We're going to clarify. We're going to ask more about the King of Swords, actually, and more about how to embrace these aces, and looking more about the deep shadow side and how to overcome it. First link in the description box. Love reading for you, Scorpio. Always have, always will. See you on the other side. Namaste.